Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Rewriting the Past here on TEW 2020. We are still obviously in charge of WCW in 1998. It is the week of Uncensored. We have two shows to book. We've got Nitro, we've got Thunder. We're going to have two good shows and we are going to have a amazing, much like Super Brawl, I'm really looking forward to this pay-per-view. I think it's going to be a great show. If we have a look at our card again, just to remind ourselves, this is what we're building towards. And because I said what I'm trying to do is sort of be as authentic as possible to what 1998 was like. So I mean, I could make Benoit the world champ. I could make Jericho the world champ. I could have Jericho beat Goldberg in this match. Let's be real here. I'm not going to have Jericho beat Goldberg in this match. We're pushing the guys who are already at the top. We're doing some fun stuff, and we're starting to bleed in the younger guys. So, like, for example, we are giving Jericho a push, but it's a mid-card push. We're giving Benoit and Raven some time on the pay-per-view. We're pushing the Giant. We're giving Eddie a lot of airtime. We are trying to push the younger guys so that when the time comes, we have the replacements. But for now, you know, we've got lots of stars. We're going to use our stars, as far as I'm concerned. There's no reason not to. I thought WWF would have had a pay-per-view, but they didn't. So I don't know when WrestleMania is. When's WrestleMania? WrestleMania is the same night as Uncensored, which is fun. So we're going to have to outperform WrestleMania. Easy done. No bother. No bother at all. Let's book Nitro. Let's have a great goddamn show. I mean, we've not been in Puerto Rico. And we're actually quite popular in Puerto Rico. Same with Hawaii. Not yet, but I might run Hawaii next. After this. So we've done Great Lakes, we've done Mid-Atlantic, Mid-South, we'll go Midwest. And we'll go to let's go to the Target Centre. Again, I know the venue's too big, but we've got money to spare. We don't care. Money, money, money. Right. So, what the hell did we do to end Thunder again? Oh yeah, we had Hogan laying out Brett. We had the Giant teaming up with the Steiners to take on the New World Order. Yeah, we did quite like a bit of a B show. So I think what we do is we have Hollywood Hogan once again open the show, but by himself this time, and he's just going to address Sting. Just Sting. And it's very simple. Hogan says he's laid out Lex, he's laid out Brett. Sting has no allies left. And then go with that. We'll then have... What do we want to do to start the show? I think we're going to go right in to a promo from the Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen say at the pay-per-view their opponents cannot work together. They will tear them apart. And we're not going to mention anybody again. We're just going to leave it as is so that we don't ruin it too much. Now, we're going to go right into that match I spoke about last episode, which was Raven and Saturn versus Chris Benoit and Ray Jr. We're going to give it 12 minutes. We're going to give it a good chunk of time. And we're going to have Benoit pin or make Saturn submit. Make it a good match. We'll let them go all out. We'll try and kick off the show with a bang. I mean, I think it's a pretty solid match. And then we will just have Raven, Saturn, who else do we still have? Kidman, Riggs, Hammer. I think that's all we've got left. And we're going to have them lay out Ray Jr. and Benoit. So let's go with... I mean, what's the best thing to rate them on? Fighting? Like, what the hell does fighting go under? Like, I don't really know. So we're just going to go entertainment. We'll do that, and then we'll have them all be not rated, and we'll do overness, I guess. And the flock lay out Benoit and Ray Jr. post match. Nice and easy. Up next, we're going to have Gino Curland, and he's going to catch up with Bret Hart, and he's going to call out Hollywood Hogan. Very simple. Mean Gene interviews Bret. Bret says once they have taken care of Four Horsemen, he's coming for Hogan. Nice and easy. I did make Hogan off screen, they added. Right, we're flying through here. We're going to have Eddie Guerrero and Hoovy. Eddie says he'll come down and cheer on Hoovy tonight in his match. Just continue to build that. So we're going to give Hoovy a win, because I really want to get that popularity up just a little bit more. So where's John Nord? There we go. John Nord, I'm going to siphon some of your popularity, son, because you're off to the big bad WWF. So script, you know what? We're going to dominate with Hoovy and make it decisive. And he's not complained about that. That's good. And then afterwards, we are going to have Eddie. We'll take the risk and just script them both. Eddie goes to shake Hoovy's hand, lays him out with the Cruiserweight title. So it was all a ruse, as we all expected from Eddie Guerrero, and he lays out his opponent before the match, before the pay-per-view, just because he's a bastard, really. So we have Gene and Goldberg, and we have Menace here. That's going to be Dan Severn. This is going to be Chris Jericho. And very simply, Mean Gene tries to interview Goldberg. Jericho and Severn interrupt and annoy Goldberg. That'll do. Annoy Goldberg, so that way, like, effectively, they've riled him up, and Goldberg's like, nah, I'm gonna kill him at the pay-per-view. And then he's going to destroy Hugh Morris, which we've actually not done that match. And considering, I feel like WCW booked this match about 20 times. Surprising. But Goldberg's just going to get a nice big win. Up next, we are going to have Sting cut a promo on Hollywood Hogan, Ric Flair, Rick Rude, Kurt Hennig. We're going to risk the Lex thing here. So overness, all off screen. And Bret also off screen. Sting discusses upcoming pay-per-view match. Also issues with Lex, issue with Hogan. There we go. We'll take the risk with the Lex involvement on that one. Kevin Nash and Conan are going to cut a promo next. They're going to have a wee match coming up. We won't script them. Nash and Conan put themselves over, say, tell the Giant he'll get his soon. And then we'll just do a quick tag match. Just give the champs a win. So Kevin Nash and Conan can take on... Who can they take on? What's their pop? 40 odd. What's these guys? 38, 34. Have we done this match? No, we haven't. We'll give it 6, and we'll have Kevin Nash get the win in a pretty convincing manner. It's a little risk putting that so high up the card, but I think the star power will hopefully be enough. Right, up next, we're just going to do a quick Diamond Dallas Page promo in which he talks about the Giant. We'll get Gene involved in that as well. DDP discusses his match with the Giant. Gene asks how he can be stopped. Yep, that'll do it. And then that main event. What do we want to do? Like the only real big stars we're not using are the Giant, Luger, and Savage. So we could put the Giant in the main event. No, actually, better idea. We're going to give Piper. Aha, better idea. We're going to give Piper a main event. So it's going to be Roddy Piper and Diamond Dallas Page. And they will take on Hennigan Roode. Yeah, let's do Hennigan Roode. And we'll have it be a big old nonsense. So we'll make it open, we will script it, and we'll have it be a sports entertainment finish. And then interference. So we want Roddy attacked by Savage. And then we want a mental Sting to come down and take those guys out. Can't really give that too much longer, I suppose. We'll just have to dish out an extra minute or two here and there. Give that another couple of minutes. Give that another 2. I wanted to do another angle after the show. Oh, this match is going to stink. Let's not do an angle. We'll stick with the match. And I'll talk you through it when we get there, but we'll just have like classic WCW main event. Really. All the absolute nonsense. Let's get Steiner's involved in the pre-show. They can just take on... let's give the Stretchers another match. I think we've done this, haven't we? Yeah, we did it on television though, so it's fine. We'll give Rick the win. We've not been giving him many wins recently. We've been giving them up to Scott, because Scott's obviously the guy with the upside. And then we'll do another tag. And we shall do... Let's do the team of Finlay and Regal. And they can defeat Steve McMichael and Jim Neidhart. What a weird match. But we'll give Finlay and Regal the win. I do want to try and use those guys for something down the road, but I don't really know what yet. I think that'll do. Yeah, I'm happy with the order of that. A bit of a risk with that Conan Nash match so high in the card, but I think we can live with that. Conan... Yeah, he's like on the bubble. Yeah, it'll be fine. Are we forgetting anything? No, we're not. We are not. Let's go. Let's book this. 59 overall rated for this random match thrown together. Regal off his game, but still the best guy in the match. And then a 68 for the Steiners beating the Stretchers. Prince Iaukea, the weak link, but it's fine. He's there to basically take the losses anyway. And Dean Malenko's just kind of slumming it in the pre-show at the moment. We'll probably bring Dean in. We could do Dean Eddie, which actually might be a good idea, because once Eddie's done with Hoovy, we could do Eddie and like picking on Prince Iaukea and have Dean like defend them, and then do that's not a bad idea actually. Maybe we'll do that. But we do kick off the show with Hollywood Hogan and his fancy new catchphrase, brother. And he says, look, Stinger, I'm after you. I've laid out Lex. I've laid out Brett. I've got your bat. And I will take you out as well. So he's just manic at this point. You know, he's very out of control, but while in control. But you can see the cracks starting to form. Because Hogan just feels naked without his title belt. We have a 92 segment continue kicking off the show as the Four Horsemen say, as they arrive in their nice suits, and they say at the pay-per-view, look, our opponents can't even work together. We're a well-oiled unit. Those guys are not. And at the pay-per-view, we're going to just rip them apart one by one, if they even make it. We then have an absolute banger of a match as Benoit and Rey Mysterio defeat Raven and Saturn in 14 minutes when Benoit submits Saturn with the crippler crossface. Saturn the weak link, but that's fine because everybody else was so good, especially Benoit. So we need to decide what we're doing with the match actually. If Benoit's going to go over, but good stuff. I'm really, really happy with that. And Raven and Saturn, potential tag title sort of run down the road. Could be a good use for both of those guys. We then have a bit of a stinker, but it's fine. 56 rated overall. The flock just lay out Benoit and Ray. It's pretty much what happens there. Very simple. 5-on-2. Then have Mean Gene bringing out his guest, and it's Brett, the Hitman Hart. Brett comes out and says, look, it's been a mess. He's not going to lie. It's been a mess. It's been hard. It's been difficult these last few weeks, but at the pay-per-view, Uncensored, they will take out the Four Horsemen. And then he's coming for Hogan. He says, look, you want Sting, you're getting me. Simple as that. You know, that's how it's going to go. Good promo by Brett, 86 overall. And then Eddie and Hoovy, doing pretty good actually, 64 overall. And Eddie's like, look, Hoovy, I'm going to come down, I'm going to cheer you on tonight, you're going to win. It's going to be great. The match stinks, as expected. Both guys, same performance, but it's fine because it's all about the next segment, which gets a 64, which is Eddie. You know, Eddie's like, yeah, well done, Hoovy, congratulations, clapping him. And he's like, go to the top rope, Hoovy. Hoovy celebrates. Just looks like he's about to trust Eddie, and then Eddie wallops him with the Cruiserweight title on the back of the head because he's a bastard. He's Eddie Guerrero, and you know, that sets up the pay-per-view quite nicely, I think. I have an 80 overall segment. Dan Severn looked lost, but that's fine. When you get a score like this, we can live with a performer looking lost. Mean Gene tries to interview Goldberg. Jericho and Severn interrupt and annoy Goldberg. So Jericho basically hides behind Severn. We get the Severn Goldberg stare down, and Jericho the whole time on the microphone being weaselly. You know, good stuff, I think. And then Goldberg kills Hugh Morris, 60 overall. Sting then cuts a promo. He came out of it looking excellent, but he did only get a 75, which is weird. He's just backstage, you know, he's like, look, I don't know where Lex is. I've not seen Lex in a while. Hogan's taking out his mates one by one. The Four Horsemen are causing problems. Everybody obviously wants what he's got on his shoulder, and he gives the World Heavyweight title a big pat. And he just sounds a little bit vulnerable, Sting, but still to the point where he's clearly still the man, if that makes sense. We then have an excellent promo by Kevin Nash and Conan as they get an 85 overall, putting themselves over. That hopefully means the match isn't going to be too bad. 66, that's not bad. Kevin Nash, really good in that match. Conan, pretty good as well. They get the win with the Jackknife Powerbomb after warning the Giant to stay out of their affairs. Do it again, and the NWO will come for the Giant. Very simple. Then have DDP, Gino Killin struggling off script for some reason, despite being solid all show. DDP just discusses the match with the Giant, and Mean Gene's like, well, how can you stop the Giant? And DDP goes, the Diamond Cutter, obviously. And then, yeah, this is probably going to be our lowest Nitro in a while. A 76 rated main event as Roddy Piper and Diamond Dallas Page draw with Curt Hennig and Rick Rude in 13:42 when the match descended into chaos after Sting and Randy Savage got involved. So what happened, essentially, Piper gets the sleeper hold in on any of them, doesn't matter who, and Savage comes from the crowd, nails Piper, starts beating up Piper. When Hennig and Rude go to get involved, DDP starts to get beat down, and then, of course, Sting decides to come to the ring with his own bat and lays waste to the Four Horsemen, standing tall with DDP and Piper in the ring after Savage also scurries off. Good finish to the match. 82 overall was still good. It is a little bit lower than it has been recently, but that's fine. Match-wise, it wasn't great. Obviously, we had the cracking opener, good main event, and then, you know, a dud here, an okay match here, and an okay match here. These were matches just designed to put guys over, so I can live with an 82. That's absolutely fine. It's not the end of the world. Probably still better than Raw. Let's be real here. Let's see what that crap got. If we can stop looking at Nathan Jones. Ever, if the game wants. It's taking longer than usual to process. A new team, Pearl Slam of Owen Hart and Vader. Raw got a 79, so we still beat Raw. We're still kicking Raw's ass every single week. They did, however, get an 8.27 television rating, and we only got a 4.7, so we are still lagging massively behind. But it's fine. So Ric Flair hates Scott Steiner, so Tony Schiavone now doesn't like him, or Kidman, or Roddy, or Goldberg. I should probably look to sort out the fact that half of our roster hates each other, but that's not the true, authentic WCW experience, is it? If you ask me. But it is what it is. Let's get rid of this note, because I don't need that anymore. And I will see you guys in for 2 days for Thunder. And it's Thunder Day. But before that, we have re-signed Scott Norton, and we've also now picked up Michael Wall Street's contract as well. A good jobber, we've decided in the end. He's not the most exciting wrestler, but sometimes you just need guys to take pinfall losses. Hardcore TV, I'm pretty sure that's the same main event they ran last time. However, we do have a new ECW World Champion, as Samu is now the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Yep, that's ECW in 1998, alright. Champion Carnival, how's that getting on? Good stuff. I mean, it's not really the Champion Carnival because there's no goddamn singles matches, but it is what it is. Apparently Sensei is a hot property. Who the hell is Sensei? He's Mexican, 19... He's alright. I mean, he's actually pretty good. Good microphone as well. Would he... Okay. Do I want to bring this guy in? How do you find out what language... There we go. Speaks passable English. I'm going to bring this guy in. Oh, fine. You can have $6,000. Jesus Christ. Right. Yeah, I'm going to bring Sensei in. I mean, he's good. Good babyface. He's... I mean, technical, aerial, and flashness are all solid. He's 19. He's definitely something that we can use going forward, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's book Thunder, shall we? Because we need to get this out of the way so we can get ready for Uncensored, which I'm very much looking forward to booking. I'm probably going to do that straight away. Tough Tom set up a waffle bar and cooked for everybody. Hammer didn't pay for his drinks, and Prince Iaukea continues to get some psychology passed on to him. Where have we not been? Northwest. Let's go to the Tacoma Dome, I guess. Pretty sure we've been there before. Actually, no, let's go to the Moda Center. That's where we were last time. Tacoma Dome it is. Tacoma Dome. Let's stop bouncing about. Tacoma Dome. Right. Thunder. Now, I need a main event for this show. That's the first problem. I don't really have one. If you look at what we've done, we're going to use Lex on this show. I know that. He's not going to be... So I think the main has to involve Sting or Brett. Or even both. Because I want Lex to appear at the end of the show. Other than that, I've not really got any ideas. So we'll figure it out as we go. Let's have an angle. So we will open the show with a deranged Roddy Piper, Gene Okerlund, and Randy Savage. And very simply, Piper tells me and Gene that come Sunday, you will never see Savage again. And you're definitely not agenting in that, so Paul Orndorff can do it. Right. To open the show, let's do this. Benoit and Ray again, taking on Kidman and Saturn. We'll give it 7, that one. Don't need to go too long. We'll get Benoit to win. Kidman can take the loss. And we'll go all out again for that one. And then post-match, we will just have Chris Benoit, Raven, overness, I guess. And Benoit tells Raven, come Sunday, he'll put him in the past. And just put him in the past, that'll do. Don't need to go any further than that, I don't think. We shall then... What shall we do? The Giant, I think. Let's have the Giant. Let's have the Giant talk about Kevin Nash, Conan, Diamond Dallas Page. So we're just saying the Giant is looking forward to match with DDP. Tells the NWO he's also coming for them. And then we're not going to use him in the angle, but just imagine that sort of 6 comes out afterwards. And let's just have a little fun big man, little man match. We'll have the Giant get the win. We'll give 6 some offense. He have some fast kicks as well. Get 6 in the match. He's definitely going to be someone who we want to use going forward. Eddie Guerrero, Gene Huve. So many J's, my god. Off screen. Mean Gene tells Eddie he's deplorable. Eddie laughs and says, how could nobody see it coming? Very simple, very easy. Good promo for Eddie. That gives us our match, our segment for that match. We've done that one, we've done that one, done that one. Steiner's promo, I guess. So Ted, Rick, Scott. Entertainment. Let's just risk it. DiBiase and the Steiners say on Sunday they'll rightfully be tag champs again. We'll use Kevin Nash and Conan for the extra pop, hopefully. Right, We need a match. We need a good match. Is what we actually need. And we want Jericho to take on... first things first. Oh, yes! Hoovie's considered recognisable. That match against John Nord did the trick. Good stuff. We're going to use somebody who is unrecognisable in Jericho. So we're going to have a quick little TV match against Brad Armstrong. We'll just pretend that Saturday Night still exists. And that Brad Armstrong's been picking up wins against complete jobbers. There's checking if there's any local workers, but there's nobody there. And then we're going to have Goldberg come down. So Goldberg comes down, lays out Jericho with the spear, stares down Severn. So Menace. There we go. So we're actually going to have, a little bit of interaction between the two opponents at the pay-per-view, just to give us just a bit of hype towards it, really. We're then going to have Randy Savage cut a promo on Roddy Piper. Very simply, Savage listened to Piper, has had enough. On Sunday this ends, and so does Piper's career. What is Roddy's pop, actually? Has it gone up? Yeah, it's gone up a little bit, that's good. So risk putting Roddy in the main event of the pay-per-view, but I think Savage is definitely... Yeah, Savage is definitely good enough. We're actually going to have Savage have a match here as well. And he can beat... Have we done this? No, we haven't. We're going to do Saturn Malenko. Because I'm thinking that's going to be a good match as well. We'll get Savage with the big win, just to roll with some momentum into the pay-per-view. We are then going to have Sting, Brett. Essentially, Sting and Brett still haven't heard from Luger. Look ahead to main event tonight. That'll do. So I think 2 more matches. Let's do a singles. I don't actually know what to do. Do we give DDP a win? Since he didn't get one, or do we give... Yeah, let's give DDP a win. A decent win. Raph? Yeah, let's give him Raph. Give DDP a win going into the pay-per-view as well. Keep both guys quite strong. And then we'll book our main event. So we're going to do Sting and Bret Hart against... Who do they face? I haven't done this, so I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll have them take on Vicious and Delicious. We'll have them get the win. Script it. Let's keep Brett and Sting strong as well. Keep that popularity up. We'll give it 1 extra minute, and then we'll book a main event segment. So, here we go. There's going to be a lot of people involved. So, Sting, Brett, Ric Flair, Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, and we're not going to use Hogan, but we're going to have Lex Luger make his big triumphant return. The 4 Horsemen attack Sting and Brett. Lex Luger finally returns and chases them away. Let's get Dusty Road Agent in that. And that's looking pretty good to me. I think I'm happy with that, actually. Yeah, I am. I'm happy with that. Let's go with it. Let's get a wee pre-show match booked. 2 versus 2. And let's give Harlem Heat a win. Have they faced World of Sport before? No, they haven't. Perfect. Always good to find decent potential opponents down the road. And then let's do another singles. Let's have Dan Severn take on Stephen Michael. Stephen Michael still got some popularity. This match will stink the joint out, but that's fine. It's a win for Severn. Let's go. I think we're happy with that. Let's move that up to there. Yeah, let's go. 58 overall. Pre-show match, good match. Booker T pins Norman Smiley with Towering Inferno. Yeah, this match, I mean, I got a 54. Severn, great. McMichael, terrible, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. There we go. Show opens. And it starts with Mean Gene in the ring, and he brings up his guest. It's Roddy Piper. And he says, come Sunday, you will never see Macho Man in this company again. He's going to win the cage match, and it's going to be so brutal and so violent that, you know, you're never going to see Savage again. And Piper's never going to be the same again. Another good match, 70 rating overall, with Benoit and Rey Mysterio defeating Kidman and Saturn in 6:39 with the Crippler Crossface. Benoit looking great, Rey looking great, Kidman and Saturn looking okay. Good match though, really good hot start to the show. Benoit and Rey, turns out good tag team. Put good wrestlers together and you get a good tag team, who knew? And a 72 rated angle, considering I think I rated Benoit on entertainment. It's actually not bad. And Benoit saying, look Raven, come Sunday, you know, you're finished, mate. I've had enough of you, I've had enough of this. I'm going to get past you and I'm going to start working my way back towards title opportunities. The Giant struggle going off script, which is a bit unfortunate. And he says he's looking forward to his match with DDP. And he also tells Conan and Kevin Nash that I listened to what you said and I'm coming for you. And then he beats 6 in 7:20 with the chokeslam. Definite lack of psychology. I mean, it only went 7 minutes, but that's concerning. 64 overall, both guys about the same. I thought this was going to do better, but that's unfortunate. Afterwards, 69 overall rated with Mean Gene bringing out his next guest. It's Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero says, you know, it was really funny what I did to Hoovy on Monday, wasn't it? And Mean Gene's like, you're deplorable, Eddie. You're a disgrace to the Cruiserweight title. Oh, and Eddie's just laughing like, come on. How did you not see it coming? How did that idiot Hoovy not see it coming? Very, very simple, very funny. 62 overall for DiBiase and the Steiners. On Sunday, they will rightfully become tag champs again. Will they? We'll find out. But that's what's going to happen. Good, decent promo. I'm struggling with booking these guys in angles because I thought DiBiase would lift them to more than he has. But he's not really. We then have a 70 rated match that I just completely threw together between Chris Jericho and Brad Armstrong. Jericho beats Brad Armstrong in 6:22 with the Lion Tamer to retain the TV title. Gives Jericho a win before his match with Goldberg. Gets him some hot momentum. And yeah, Jericho, I mean, this would be a good match anyway because like Brad Armstrong was obviously really talented. And Jericho back then was obviously very good as well. So it would have been a good match, but 70 overall. We're definitely doing good things with Jericho. Unfortunately for him, he does get laid out by Goldberg after the match, and Goldberg and Severn stare each other down to just get that hype going for the next time. And Goldberg apparently invented a new catchphrase that will boost his ability on the microphone. We'll just assume he said, "You're next." That's the easiest way to do it. Savage then backstage is like, or even in his hotel room or his house, wherever he is. He's not in the building. Oh, he is in the building because he's in the match next. So backstage, I've listened to you, Roddy. You know, I've had enough. I've had enough of you. Like, I thought I'd left you in the past years ago. Sunday it ends. I'm ending your career. And then the Macho Man and the NWO are going on to bigger, better things than a guy in a skirt. You know, the classic insult. And he beats Dean Malenko in a 79 overall rated match with the flying elbow. Good match. Really good. Gets Dean on TV as well into a prominent role. Especially if we are going to use him next month. Then going to another match. In a rarity, we're actually doing matches in a row. Diamond Dallas Page defeats Raph in 8-13 with the Diamond Cutter. Simple. Just gets DDP a win. We then have a 100 rated segment as Sting and Brett get ready to come out for their match, and they're saying, the invisible camera is following them, and they're saying, look, I still not heard from Lex. Have you heard from Lex? Nope. Don't know where Lex is, but they're looking ahead to their main event match tonight to get themselves in the right spirit for the pay-per-view. And yeah, good match, 8-2 overall. Sting and Bret Hart defeat Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton of the NWO/Vicious and Delicious. And Sting submits Buff Bagwell with the Scorpion Deathlock, and Bret looking fantastic. And then our post-match angle gets a 94 overall. As the Four Horsemen attack Sting. They attack Bret. They're laying them out. You know, it's looking bad. And then suddenly, Lex Luger finally returns. And the crowd goes absolutely nuts. He comes down with a chair, he chases the Four Horsemen away, he picks up his teammates. It's like, guys, come on. They have a stare down, they're pointing at each other from the ramp in the ring. And the main event angle gets a 94, building up to a really, really hot match at the pay-per-view. I might regret not making this the main event of the pay-per-view, but I'm confident in my ways here of what I want to do. And the fans still starting to get bored of Lex, but that's fine, they've not turned on it yet. And we get an 88. A cracking thunder. A really, really cracking thunder, that is. That gives us excellent momentum into the pay-per-view. And I think Uncensored is going to be a really, really fun show. I'm actually going to record that right after this because I'm really looking forward to booking it. So I am obviously going to be still quite far ahead of when these videos launch, but that's fine. DDP says Chris Adams is clumsy. Flair, Piper and Dusty are building a click now. And we get a 2.23. Goldberg. What's his mic skills now? I thought I said it went up. His star quality went up by 1. Poor Goldberg. 6 appeal, only 23. He's a good looking man. It's a bit of a shame. Champion Carnival. I mean, still no matches. Singles matches anyway. It's not really a Champion Carnival, but it is what it is. But I will leave you guys there. In 2 days' time, it is, 2 days in the game and 2 days in real life, it is time for Uncensored 1998. And if we have a quick rundown of our card, you can leave some predictions in the comments if you wish. Or any opinions about what we've built here. I'm very happy with the build of this show. We've got Chris Benoit taking on Raven. We have Goldberg taking on Chris Jericho. We have Diamond Dallas Page defending the US title against the Giant. Eddie Guerrero defends the Cruiserweight title against Juventud Guerrera. Kevin Nash and Conan defend the World Tag Team titles against the Steiner Brothers in an unofficial rematch of last time. Sting, Lex Luger and Bret Hart finally on the same page, taking on Ric Flair, Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig. And Randy Savage takes on Roddy Piper in the Steel Cage in our main event. I think it's a good show. Do you agree with me putting the Steel Cage match as the main event? Or do you think we should have made the 6-man our main? Obviously, it's all opinion. I'm happy with how I've done it. I'll probably end up coming out wrong and should have done it the other way around. But that's fine. We'll find out in 2 days' time when we do Uncensored. But if you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like on the video. Leave a comment if you wish. Give some predictions. And I will see you in 2 days for Uncensored. Thank you and goodbye.